Concerns over where to house sex-change prisoners are particularly high in California, where there have been numerous complaints from inmates. There have been a number of recent cases that might explain their worries.
They're getting a full erection, so you're locked in this room 24/7 with a man, and there is nothing you can do about it.
Nobody cares about us, we are in danger here. There were never live males with full male anatomy sharing showers with us in a group shower room, yet now men can share our showers.
He's a proven sexual predator, having committed multiple crimes against women. Yet the state of Washington had no problem moving him into a women's facility.
We asked US prison authorities to comment on the allegations and on what exactly their policies are when it comes to transgender inmates. We'll, of course, let you know when they get back to us. Earlier, I had the chance to speak to Penny Nance, who is the CEO and president of the Concerned Women for America activist group. Now, she's worried that some male inmates might change their gender identity simply so as to take advantage of incarcerated women.
The issue before us right now is whether or not women who are incarcerated, women who have no choice for being in prison and how long they're there, have no rights, are being protected against biological men. We can see the biological disparities, the size, the strength of men versus women. This is changing in our country, in which now men who simply identify as women, they don't have to take any surgical measures in the state of California and other states. When someone simply identifies as a woman, that predators are willing to say anything to get access to women and to hurt them further. I recently read a statistic that said in the United States, about 84% of women who are incarcerated say that at some point in their life, they've already been sexually assaulted. These are women who are already very troubled. There's no excuse in which a person who is biologically male or biologically female should be victimized in prison. If the prison system would take the issue of safety more seriously, then that concern would be met. Again, there's no excuse for allowing someone to be victimized in prison. There must be common sense met and used in dealing with people who they're locked away, they cannot leave, and we must take measures to keep them safe.
Cases of alleged abuse of women by transgender people in jail have left some incensed in light of a controversial bill passed in California at the start of the year. The law lets trans inmates request to transfer to facilities that align with their gender identity, effectively allowing male prisoners to move to female jails. Since the law was passed, around 300 such requests have already been submitted. And as of June this year, none have been rejected by the authorities. California is the latest US state to have adopted such legislation. Similar inmate housing policies also exist in Connecticut, New York City, Massachusetts, and New Jersey. And women's rights groups are alarmed that other parts of the country might follow suit.
The definition of transgender is dangerously inclusive in California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation. These are basically heterosexual men, ruining this opportunity for the trans community to be safe, and now they have a bigger pool of potential victims.
Males cannot self-declare themselves out of maleness. The US shouldn't follow California here into this horror.
How do you view California's Bill 132? Many claim that it sets a horrific precedent for the country. Do you agree?
I agree in the sense that the precedent that's set in this law is so actually broad and generic. They're not looking for any sort of justification or behind this. You can really put other people in danger while also insulting people who truly do struggle with this by using something that they truly do have, something that they truly do identify and have identified with as a young age, in order to fulfill something that's going to bring harm to others.
We're putting these women at risk, and it's unsafe, it's irresponsible. And California certainly owes the women of that state better, and they are failing miserably right now.
Do you think that there is a concern that horrific stories like the ones that are emerging, that they can do pretty irreparable damage to an entire transgender community?
It is doing irreparable damage not only to the transgender community, to people who have been going through their transgender, their changes. You're delegitimizing them, and you're actually going to start to demonize them by using them as a crutch, by using them as a scapegoat to commit violence against women. You're not only harming the real transgender communities, people have taken years of this, you're harming women, you're harming everybody else.
RT is keeping close tabs on developments in this sphere, and you can be sure that we'll be returning to this topic in future broadcasts.